Interleague play continues on TCI of Colorado High School football. Tonight, the 6th-ranked Farmers of Wheat Ridge use their robust offense powered by senior fullback Jeff Morris to try to run over the 10th-ranked Tigers of Lakewood. The Tigers will also try to run their way to victory tonight as they sport the 10th and 13th-ranked backs in the state in Gomez and Wyrick, respectively. What a matchup next on TCI of Colorado High School football. Welcome to Reed Street Stadium. Tonight, the Wheat Ridge Farmers at 4-2, led by Ed Stevens, entertain the Lakewood Tigers at 5-1, and their head coach, Andy Lowry. I'm Don Martin, along with my partner, Sam Pagano, and we have a 5A Jeffco encounter set for you tonight. Both of these teams, they're going to run their way to glory if they're going to win tonight. Sam, set the offenses for us tonight.
Well, both teams like to run the football. Eddie Stevens will line up in a robust offense, give the ball to the big fullback, Jeff Morris, and he'll try to control the line of scrimmage, and they have a great running game that is a sound running game. Lakewood will be in a wing tee, and Coach Andy Lowry wants to use his speed and try to get to the outside.
Defensively, who has the upper hand?
Well, I think Wheat Ridge is a little bit stronger, and they'll be strong up the middle. So I think what Lakewood has to do to utilize their speed is get outside. So it should be a good matchup, strength against some speed that could run to the outside.
We're going to go from the coach in the booth to the coaches on the field. And earlier we had an opportunity to speak with both coaches. We'll start out on the home side with the Wheat Ridge Farmers, and here he is, Ed Stevens. Ed, you come into this game at 4-2. You're playing a very tough Lakewood team at 5-1. What do you guys need to do to win this game tonight?
Well, defensively, I think, Don, we need to contain their speed. They have two great running backs in Wyrick and Gomez, so we're going to have to contain their speed there. Offensively, just like always for us, we need to control the line of scrimmage, and we're happy with 4 or 5 yards of crack and mix in some passes occasionally, and we should be able to do pretty well if we do those things.
What do you guys need to do as a team to come out of this league? I mean, it is the 5A league. You have to win a few extra games. What do you need to do as a team to come out of this league?
Well, we lost our opening game to Golden, and so we put ourselves in a hole. We have to really, the way it's turning out, we'll probably have to win all of our league games to make it to state, and whether or not we're number 1 or 2 will have to remain to be seen, but we'll have to just take them one game at a time.
Ed, thank you very much. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Don.
Joining us now from the Lakewood Tigers, head coach Andy Lowry. Your program 5-1 coming into this game. You are the visiting team tonight. You know how to play on this field, however, because you guys share different fields throughout the Jefferson County League. What do you guys need to do to win this game tonight?
I believe we need to utilize our speed tonight. They're a good, strong team, big and physical, and they have a great defense, so we need to utilize our speed, hopefully with Wyrick and Gomez and our line speed, honestly, quickness upfield.
How are you going to stop the big fullback? There's no surprise here whatsoever. Wheat Ridge is going to give the ball to one guy, and it's the big fullback. How are you going to stop it?
Well, we'll see. We'll see in a couple minutes. We know what they're going to do. They roll up their shirt sleeve and come after us, and hopefully we're going to roll up ours, and it's going to be a war tonight. It always has been between Lakewood and Wheat Ridge, and hopefully it'll continue to be that way.
One quick question for you. How far can your team go? I mean, it's an impressive-looking team, but knowing what you know right now, how far can this team go?
I honestly will be able to answer that question after the game. I don't know yet right now.
Hey, that's fair enough. Andy, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Both coaches, Sam, pumped up, ready to go tonight, trying to get this one underway. They are a couple of coaches. As far as the teams are concerned, they're used to this battle because it is one of the battles that they do each and every year, and this is definitely for some kind of bragging rights. But let's get into the coaches for a moment. We have a veteran in Eddie Stevens. Andy Lowry, he's only in his second year. Who has the upper edge as far as that's concerned?
Well, first of all, it's a big rivalry. These two teams are rich in football tradition. I would say that, you know, the coach, Eddie Stevens, is a veteran. He's been at it a long time. Andy Lowry took over for George Squires only in his second year. Eddie's a lot bigger and weighs a lot more than Andy Lowry, so we'll give the edge to Coach Stevens right now.
Well, now that Sam told us exactly what's going to go on tonight, the only thing left, the kickoff and the starting lineups, that coming up next right here on TCI of Colorado High School Football.
Want to build customer loyalty? We've got customer loyalty. We've got sports nuts, movie lovers, infomaniacs, and cartoon fanatics. We've got networks that talk to moms, teens, men, kids. From Main Street to Madison Avenue, more advertisers are turning to cable. Want to build your brand of business? Check out our brand of TV. Cable TV. America's sold on cable.
Call TCI of Colorado Cable Advertising today.
Sunday night, sitting around dreaming of vacation and... You're off to Miami for the Colts and the Dolphins on Sunday Night NFL on TNT. Miami prefers to fly, but even in the air, traffic can be a problem. The Colts meet the Dolphins Sunday at 7:30 Eastern. Sunday Night NFL on TNT. And 105.9 KBPI rocks the Rockies with NFL on TNT prizes. Listen to win.
Did you know that 96% of students who drop out of high school never participated in school activities outside the classroom? Well, over half of today's students do take part in organized non-classroom activities, but at a cost of only 1% of the entire school budget. Here's the message. Students who get involved in school get involved in life. They learn responsibility and respect. They become leaders. By far the best bargain in education today. A message from the Colorado High School Activities Association.
America's favorite trivia game is now on TV. Trivial Pursuit with Wink Martindale. Match wits with the contestants and even play along with others at home by touch-tone phone during Trivial Pursuit play breaks. It's your chance to win fabulous prizes right from your own home.
Match wits and have lots of fun.
Don't just watch it, play it. It's easy. Weekdays starting at noon on the Family Channel.
And good evening. Welcome to Reed Street Stadium. Don Martin, Sam Pagano with you this evening on the call as we bring you outstanding high school football on TCI of Colorado. High school football action this evening. There's a good shot of one of the Wheat Ridge Farmers. The Farmers in their blue with the yellow helmets going up against the Lakewood Tigers, orange and white. We just had the flip. And right now we have the officials saying that Lakewood won the toss. They deferred. They will receive the kick in the second half. Receiving the kick now will be the Farmers of Wheat Ridge. Doing the kicking honors for Lakewood will be Jeff Mueller. And Sam, we have a nice set of running backs going at it tonight. You also have a situation that we need to talk about for a moment. On the Wheat Ridge side of the field, they're going to alternate their quarterbacks every series. What does that do for you?
Well, they've been successful with it, which is okay, but the thing you got to worry about is the center quarterback exchange. And if Coach Stevens feels confident, you know, that you could bring him in and out and nothing happens, you know, that's fine. But sometimes you could have the problem with the exchange because one center and one quarterback usually work good together.
Eddie's been doing this for a few years. He has a junior at quarterback in Rob Pence. He's carried the ball 49 times coming into tonight's game. And he has a freshman, Zach Magalai, coming in here carrying the ball 8 times. You really have to wonder what that does for your team, why you would even want to do that, but it's hard to second guess a guy that's been doing it as often as he has.
Well, he's a veteran coach. I'm really anxious to see how this works, you know, alternating quarterbacks. But I tell you, the robust offense, the quarterback is doing a lot of things, but the one thing he's doing, he's handing the ball off to the fullback.
Sure.
So, I mean, he's going to give the ball to Jeff Morris an awful lot. But you know what? Lakewood must have a lot of confidence here to defer this toss to give Wheat Ridge the football, who they want to control the football in the line of scrimmage. So this is really going to be interesting and see how they play defense.
Mueller's kicking off. Sam back to receive. Richter and Gallimore. And this one's way down through the middle of the field as it comes down around the 15-yard line. Wheat Ridge coming back. Brings it to the right side. Takes it. Has a little opening. Only the kicker to beat it. He does so. But he's going to be all all the way for a touchdown. Believe it or not, it looked as if they were going to catch him right at a 30-yard line. It's going to be a score to start this game off, and that's exactly what Wheat Ridge needed to get things underway. Justin Gallimore with the touchdown. In the opening game of the season, he had a 91-yarder return for a score, and he comes back and does it again tonight.
Well, what happened is Lakewood converged in the middle, and when he decided to bust it outside, there was only the kicker to beat. He did a nice job of getting outside, great speed, and a big break for Wheat Ridge.
Andy Lowry decides to defer and kick the ball away. Unfortunately, it lands in the hands of Justin Gallimore as he rumbles on down the sideline for a touchdown to start this game out. Unbelievable situation. Van Stavist in for the extra point. The ball's down, up, and it is good. 7-0, 11:45 left in the first, and let's watch this again.
Let's take a look at what's Gallimore here on this return right here. He looks it in, and he goes to the middle, and you'll see Lakewood converge, in the middle, and then he breaks it to the outside. Look at all the blue shirts. He beats the tackler right there, and he's got great speed. He's off to the races, and that's a big plus for Wheat Ridge in a big ball game to jump off and have a touchdown that early, Don.
Wheat Ridge jumps out to the early lead. They're 4-2, 2-1 in the leagues. 6th in 5A. 10th in 5A, the Lakewood Tigers, they will receive the kick this time around. Their returners will be Wyrick and Evans, also a couple of guys with good speed. Kicking the ball away will be Isaiah Magalai, the big young man, 6'3", 245 senior. His coach calls him a man among boys. And right now, a 7-0 lead. Opening seconds of this ball game. Reed Street Stadium kind of vocal right now as the Wheat Ridge Farmers jump out and in fine fashion. Here we go. Wheat Ridge decides to kick this one away. Can Lakewood come back and give the same honors in the other direction? The ball straight up the middle. Finds himself an opening. Takes it to the right side. Runs into a wall and is thrown down at the ground at the 34-yard line. Isaiah Magalai with the tackle.
Magalai really hit him. He's a big, good tackler and did a nice job of breaking him down, or he could have broke that one.
Let's set the offense for the Lakewood Tigers. We have Cedarburg, Laporta, Houston, Jones, and Couchman on the offensive line. Burt, Perry, Koval, Evans, Gomez, and Wyrick are your skill position players for the Lakewood Tigers as they get underway for their first offensive set. First down and 10, ball on their own 35-yard line. Taking it all the way to the outside. Here's the speed they were telling us about to start this one out. We had an opportunity to speak with the coach earlier. He said the speed is what's going to have to come into effect for Lakewood tonight. Clint Wyrick showed you some of that speed.
Wyrick turned the corner really good. I could see what they're talking about because Gomez has great speed, and here Clint Wyrick turns the corner, does a nice job.
Let's set the defense for Wheat Ridge. Magalai, Bogue, Bertagoni, Mondragon as well up there on the line. We have Morris, Lombardi, Pence, Nosler, and the defensive backs, Richter, Gallimore, and Van Sickle. Here we go. Lakewood with the football. Same thing, just the other direction. The ball's on the ground. Does Wheat Ridge come away with it? Yes, they do. Big turnover as Wyrick puts it on the ground, and picking it up is Cole Mondragon. The defense jumps in. 2 big plays already for the Wheat Ridge Farmers.
I'll tell you what, their defense, someone penetrated, and they had people in the backfield. Let's take a look at it right here. Watch, I think number 44, Mondragon, comes in there. No one picks him up. They missed a trap block right there, or someone doesn't block down. Mondragon is right there, and no one touched it.
He took it away from him, just took it right out of his hand. We'll set the offense for Wheat Ridge in a moment as they rumble this one on down for a quick pickup of a few yards. Carrying the football is Jeff Morris. Let's set the offense for the Farmers. Hogue, Wolf, Parker, Stevens, and DeVries. That's the offensive line. Pence, Magalai, Lombardi, Richter, Wolf, and Morris. The big guy, Wolf and Morris. Those are the 2 guys that will be carrying the football tonight. You have your robust formation. Ball straight up the middle. Carrying it once again right into the hole was Morris.
I tell you, Don, in 2 plays, Wheat Ridge just knocked him off the line of scrimmage and given the ball to the big fullback, Jeff Morris. I tell you, they're impressive. There's 18 yards and 2 carries. I mean, 2 first and 10s. They don't fool around. They move the football.
Right after this play, we'll go ahead and set the defense for the Tigers. Here we have robust formation. The quarterback, an impressive young man, and Rob Pence gives this one straight up the middle. Morris has it again. Ball's down on the ground. They were screaming that there was a fumble, and they end up saying no, it was definitely put down by the Wheat Ridge Farmers. Let's set the defense for the Tigers. Couchman, Cedarburg, Earl, and Perry make up the line. The linebacking core, Ernest, Armento, and Laporta make up the linebackers, and the backs, Burt, Evans, Koval, and Wyrick.
4 yards, second down.
Second down and 6, ball on the 33-yard line of the Tigers. The Farmers with the football and the lead. And it's straight up the middle once again to Morris, and this is the type of football you're going to see all night long from Wheat Ridge. They'll run that ball 90% of the time, and nothing fancy. We had an opportunity. Andy Lowry said the same thing.
Well, you're going to run it until when you get in a passing situation, and that's when you'll throw it. But in robust, you plan to make 3.5 to 4 yards a carry and get a 1st and 10 every 3 downs.
Well, let's hope you're right, because it's a 3rd and 3 right now. Ball on the 30-yard line of the Tigers. And this time they give it to one of the wings. Coming out of the backfield is Richter, and he picks up enough for the 1st down. The chains will move again. This time the ball marked down at the 22-yard line of Lakewood. Everything seems to be working according to plan right now for Ed Stevens.
Pat Richter is a great back for second man through or counters. I remember him last year when we did the Wheat Ridge games. He has great speed and can run with the football, and he could break at any time.
A lot of your Jefferson County teams are running that robust. I mean, it's a popular offense for these guys. 1st down and 10. Here we go. They give it once again to Richter. He breaks it to the right side, follows his blockers into the hole. This time, nowhere to go as he runs into Brian Ernst.
Well, Wheat Ridge has been a passing school over the years with when Red Coates was the head football coach, and they like to throw the football. Of course, Dave Logan played there, Freddie Steinmark, great players. And when Eddie Stevens first went there, he wanted to throw the football. But then about 86, 87, when the robust became popular, that he went to that, established the toughness, and ever since then he's had winning seasons.
2nd down and 10. Pence brings them out. Goes straight to the big fullback up the middle. He's going to pick up some yardage on this one. They're going to try to pull it down from behind, and finally do so as Jeff Morris rumbles on in there, picking up a few yards again. Ball all the way down inside the 10-yard line. 5'10", 200-pound senior. This young man is a horse.
Well, he said he was going to alternate quarterbacks. He's alternating offensive guards or bringing the plays in. I don't see too much of the, the changing of the quarterback. You're by series?
By series is what he's planning on doing with his quarterbacks.
There was, I believe, Jeff Morris rambling with the football.
Ball's on the ground, and this time Lakewood comes up with it. A gimme back by the Farmers, and this time Lakewood comes up with it. Pence, he was kind of trying to get the ball into Morris, and Morris wasn't getting it as Pence was pulling it back out, going to go with a little option. It wasn't going to come together. Perry with his 2nd tackle in as many downs, and he comes up with the football as well. Perry doing an excellent job. He goes both ways. He's a tight end. On the offensive side, number 85, the 6'2", 185-pound junior. Here we go with the wing T formation. Shane Burt brings them out. Hands the ball off inside to Wyrick. Wyrick runs into a host of blue jerseys, led on the inside by number 32 quarterback Pat Richter.
That was a big turnover for Lakewood, to get that ball back right there, to keep them out of the end zone, because, they could be in big trouble. You go down 14-0, and the way they're controlling the football, they just control the line of scrimmage and just keep running the robust. Big break for Lakewood. Let's see if they can capitalize on it, and they could ball control for a while.
2nd and 7, ball on the Lakewood 18-yard line. They have the football. Come back this way with Wyrick once again. He's met first off, hit hard by Lombardi, and then he's caught once again by Pat Richter, just under the 7-minute mark. Going to push this down to a 3rd down and a few yards from the 19-yard line.
Wheat Ridge is a nice-looking team, nice and strong. Of course, they lost to Arvada West. They lost to Golden and got 2 losses. But, boy, they look big and physical tonight and play aggressive football.
3rd and 6, as you just saw on the screen. Burt is the quarterback. Flips this one straight back. Gomez has it. He gets caught in the backfield, and catching him first in that backfield was number 47, Justin Gallimore. Gallimore coming up for that cornerback position. Boom, he gets inside.
Let's take a look at it right here. Watch, they almost get to the quarterback right here. He gets the ball off, and there he goes. And then look at him swarm. Look at the blue shirts and a big hit. Boy, they play great on both sides of the ball, the Farmers.
Bertignali is the one that got in there first, and now we have a punting situation. Shane Burt in the punt. Quarterback also does the punting. Here we go. This one's up and out of here. Returning the punts will be Pat Richter and Justin Gallimore. This one goes over the head of Richter. What a beautiful leg on that punt. Ball's going to be marked down around the Looks about a 22-yard line if you go with this official. No, they're going to run it inside the 15. What a punt.
Great kick. He had a strong leg. He held it up there. The wind took it a little bit, and the punt returner said, let it go. I'm not going to handle that.
Shane Burt, excellent hang time, his coach will tell you. This young man runs the quarterback position well. And you just saw an outstanding leg as he puts that one down around the 15-yard line. 54 yards. 65 yards we're being told on that punt. 65 yards, Sam.
Pretty good kick, I'll tell you that. He talks about him. He's a Colt captain, good punter, good athlete, and a good competitor, and a great punter, Coach Lowry says.
First down and 10, ball on the 14-yard line. Pence brings him out. This time, Jeff Morris nowhere to go as he brings that ball into the middle. I wasn't paying attention. I'm not sure if Magalai's in there or if Pence is in there at quarterback. It is Zach Magalai in there. 4 minutes, just under 5 minutes left in this first quarter. 7-0 the score. The Farmers bring back the opening kickoff for a touchdown. They march down with their first drive of the night, and they turn the ball back over to the Lakewood Tigers. This time they have the ball once again, handed off straight up the middle. Carrying the ball is Jeff Morris.
Don, I misunderstood you. I thought they were alternating every play, but alternating series is a whole different thing. That's, you know, I think you don't have the problem with the quarterback center. You're in there, you get a routine. But again, what are they doing? They're not throwing screens, draws. They're not sprinting out. You're running robust. You're taking the ball and you're handing it off to Jeff Morris.
That's exactly right. Third down and 4. Ball on the 20-yard line of the Farmers. This time Magalai keeps it as he breaks around the right side, gets enough for the first down, taken down around the 26. Only a freshman does an outstanding job as well. 6 foot, 170 pounds.
See, that's a call that the coaches make from upstairs. You've been doing fullback, Richter. You fake the fullback. You fake the second man through. You get the call. Take a look at it. You say, okay, the end's coming inside. Fake, fake. Get Magalai outside. So that has to come from upstairs, getting a call that they're coming inside, that you can get the quarterback around the corner.
Josh Evans with the tackle. First down and 10, ball on the 26-yard line. Magalai keeps it again as he follows his blocker. Takes it over the 30-yard line, down to the 33. Magalai, it appeared as if he wanted to get the ball to Morris, but he couldn't quite get over there, so he just followed the lead in.
It's run all the way. Magalai is a good runner also, and he's just going to go quarterback keeps, fake, and let him run the football.
Second down and a short 3 as Zach Magalai brings him out. Robust offense for Wheat Ridge. This time he gets it to his big man in the middle. Up for the first down by Jeff Morris. He comes into this game 318 yards, 55 carries. His longest carry was 80 yards, 5.8 average. This is a workhorse.
Yeah, watch the offensive line come off the ball. This is the key to the offense. And you got the lead back leading in there. They just knock people off the line. You got the lead back, and you got people moving the line of scrimmage. You know, when you only have to work on the run block, Don, you don't have to work on drop back, or you got a couple play action passes and a reverse. So all your time, you know, you got 2 hours for offense one night. It's all run block, and you don't have to worry about pass by, and then you're good at it. And this is what their philosophy is, and they move the football.
Well, they get a first down just by a half an inch if he's going to give it to him. He pointed a moment ago, and now he picks it up and is marking it down. It's going to be, he did not give him that first. He had first, he says, move the chains. Then the official backs off and says, no, we're not going to move the chains. Third down and just the nose of the football. Third and the nose of the ball down at the 36-yard line of the Farmers. They have the football, and they're almost guaranteed a first down here. These guys running the ball well. Magalai keeps it, breaks over the right side, gets more than enough for a first. They're going to move the chains this time.
Now, you say a guarantee. I remember we stopped a team was third or fourth in inches and held them. Let's take a look right here. Here's Magalai right here in the quarterback sneak. He's awful high, but he gets it. But I tell you, I remember one time a team was, it was years ago, they were like fourth in inches on their own 20, and we held them. You know, so it is possible if you get people in there penetrating.
First and 10, ball on the 37-yard line. Wheat Ridge with the football. He's back to pass for the first time tonight. Could have been intercepted, but the ball was overthrew everybody. Shane Burt all over that football for Lakewood. It's going to be a second down and 10, 37-yard line. 2:45 and counting on the clock.
Here you go, a little play action. You're going to fake to the fullback. It's called pass right. That's all it is. He just rolls out. Magalai, I believe he's thrown to number 43, his brother. and they don't come up and connect right there. Maglai to Maglai.
Right. Maglai to Maglai. Zach Maglai 100% in passing until that point. He was 2 for 2 coming into the game tonight. They don't pass a lot at Wheat Ridge. This time they give it to the off-back. Tom Wolf coming around, and he is met by a host of defenders. Nowhere for Wolf to go. Don Martin, Sam Pagano with you on the call tonight. TCI of Colorado High School football. We're out here at Reed Street Stadium. An outstanding matchup tonight. Lakewood against Wheat Ridge, and what a rivalry this is. The Tigers at 5-1, 3-0 in the league, 4-2 for the Farmers, 2-1 in their league. And you look at a situation where these guys are really going to play some hard-nosed football, not a lot of passing. Maglai keeps this one. He fakes it to the inside. Kind of a half-hearted option as he rolls to the outside.
Well, they don't pitch the ball on option. That's run all the way. And talking to the Lakewood coaches and all the films they break down, that they say he never pitched it once. So take a look at it. This is run. Fake, second man through. It's called from upstairs that Eddie can see it on the sideline. Maglai keeps the ball. What Lakewood has to do, they got to stop him. Here they did on this situation, but I mean, they got on the first down. They can't give them a lot of yardage on first down. They did a nice job. Lakewood's hollering for a timeout right here.
Lakewood's going to get a timeout. It's 4th down and 4. Ball on the 43-yard line of the Farmers. The Tigers with the football. There's a timeout on the field. We're going to do the same. When we come back, we'll find out, can they get this first down? Wheat Ridge 7-0. TCI of Colorado High School football.
High school activities outside the classroom are extremely appealing to students, and they provide an essential tie to school. Yet as school budgets shrink, a few of these activities are lost, denying some young people an important first taste of achievement and self-worth. The Foundation for Colorado High School Student Activities makes sure there is ample opportunity for fulfillment outside the classroom. You can help our schools guide our children's futures by contributing. Call 344-5050 to show your support.
And welcome back to Reed Street Stadium. Don Martin, Sam Pagano with you, and there's the young coach, Andy Lowry, across the way with the headsets on. Second-year coach at Lakewood. Right now he's sending his defensive coordinator out, telling him exactly what to look for. 4th down and 4. Wheat Ridge comes out looking like they're going to go for it, but
there they are again. They're going for it. They're going to shift.
Maglai, the quarterback. Somebody jumped, and it appeared to be Lakewood.
See, that's the thing.
Couchman moved.
Andy Bouchard, the defensive coach, just went out there and talked to him about this, and that's why they called the timeout, not to jump offside. You got to watch the football. Very disappointing. The coaches even called the timeout to go over it. It's going to be 4th and inches, and maybe it's not an automatic 1st and 10, so it must have been a little bit more. So let's see what they do here.
Well,
now they're going to measure it.
Sure, they had it down as 4th and 4. And if you move the ball 5 yards, and my arithmetic in high school told me that that gives you enough for a first down. They're going to measure this one right now, as you said, Sam, and figure out exactly where the football is going to be. That's enough for a first down regardless. That's a big penalty on Couchman from Lakewood.
Well, and the coaches just called the timeout to review that and go over it and over it. And then, but here's what Lakewood's got to do. They got to stop them on first down. They're making too much yardage on first down so that they can get into 2nd and 3rd and long, so they'll have to throw the ball.
And here we go, Maglai back to pass. Looks over the middle for his brother. This ball is deflected right off the line of scrimmage. Nowhere for it to go. Trying to get that Maglai connection going because they played a lot in the screen as kids. You're trying to read exactly what they're doing.
Well, he was one receiver. He went across the middle, and 5 defensive, 4 secondary guys were right around it. But that's good for Lake when they pass on first down. Now they got 2nd and 10, so that helps them out.
2nd and 10, ball on the 47-yard line of Wheat Ridge. Maglai rolling out, wanting to pass. This time he's going to put it down, use that speed. He's going to get to the outside. Nice running by Maglai as he crosses the 40 down to the 39 and run out of bounds by Shane Burt.
Zach Maglai has great speed. He turned that corner. Good-looking athlete, and I'll tell you what, they talk about Lakewood speed, but this young guy could get up and go and get on the outside. Let's take a look at him right here. Gets a little fake here, a little play action. But I think a little blitz run all the way. He's got one receiver out. But Zach Maglai turns the corner, and he gets a pretty good lick and knocks him out of bounds.
And here we go, and Wheat Ridge jumps off sides this time. Tight end moving a little too soon. You saw it all the way up here on the left side, so it's going to come back It was 1st and 10, ball at the 39-yard line. Move it back a few yards. You'll keep it in Lakewood territory. The Farmers, they have a 7-0 lead, 1:19 left in the first quarter. TCI of Colorado High School football at Reed Street Stadium. Don Martin and Coach of the Year Sam Pagano with you on the call tonight. Reed Street is definitely the place to be.
I think this is the last year they're going to have games here at Reed Street Stadium.
Straight up the middle with the big fullback Morris, trying to pound out just a few extra yards.
Ball at the ball carrier.
They have 3 sets of twins on this Wheat Ridge Farmer team. They're bringing them in with the left guards, Eric Stevens and Brian Stevens right now. They're bringing in the plays.
Here they go. They got dive right. They got a lead. You got the lead back running right in. It's like an isolation play if you're in an I formation. That's just called dive right. The fullback watches the right halfback lead into the hole. And he makes his break on his block.
Robust offense for Wheat Ridge. Magalai, the quarterback, comes back to the offside with Wolf. Wolf breaks it across, still on his feet, just rambling over top of people. Finally pulled down. What an outstanding power move by Wolf as he's taken down by Ernst in the backfield.
I tell you, if you get some guys that'll make blocks at the line of scrimmage, Coach Stevens has the backs that are tough. They got speed, and I tell you, Tom Wolf was rolling right in there. He had, look at him right here. They're unbalanced. They're strong to the right. They bring all their backs. It's like a little hand sweep, and Tom Wolf just rambles, rolls, and he's bringing it down to the goal line.
He gets back in that defensive backfield, runs right into Josh Evans. Evans was saying thank you for Ernst to be there. Here's the pass. He's out there, and he catches it for the touchdown. Now there's a connection. They did not expect to find anybody open that wide. Van Sickle comes up with the touchdown for Wheat Ridge, pushing this to 13-0 with 15 seconds left in the first quarter. They've been passing a little more often than normal, and Magalai doing all of the passing. This time, he looks deep and finds Van Sickle behind the defensive back, but he barely got it there.
Well, he barely got it there, but when you run, the secondary just wants to come up. Nice call, Brent Van Sickle gets behind the secondary and makes the catch for the touchdown.
Van Stavist in for his second extra point of the night, and we have Lakewood Tigers all over the place moving.
You get the offside, they penalize you half the distance. They could run it and go for 2, and I'm watching Coach Stevens. That's a definite move.
You coached him, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
He's reading your mind.
Irv Brown coached Eddie Stevens at Arvada High School. He was an outstanding catcher and a very good friend of Irv's.
Irv Brown, who didn't he coach? 15 seconds left in this first quarter.
He coached Wizard White, I think, too.
He might have coached Wizard White. Let's watch this touchdown again.
Take a look at it. Watch the secondary line. We don't get a good look. The quarterback, nice fake, and he throws the ball to Van Sickle. And he's behind the secondary. And it just falls right in there. And nice catch, nice touchdown.
Gary Koval almost had a hand on that football. Had he had an opportunity to get it, it never would have come down. Magalai, not a lot of zip on the football that time. There's a timeout on the field right now as Wheat Ridge decides to go for 2.
Oh, you got a choice right here. Can I power it? Eddie Stevens is out there in the huddle. Can I just power it and give it to Jeff Morris? It's not a lot of yardage. Or do I fake to the fullback, give to the second, or do I get fancy, do a little bootleg? He's got it, whatever he knows he could do to get a 1.5 yards. It's his philosophy. They've been moving the ball. So I think you just give the ball to Jeff Morris. Nobody's going to stop him. Or the way Tom Wolf ran that little sweep play.
Magalai's been very impressive with his speed as well if you can get him to the outside, but there's not a lot of field to run here. Let's find out if Sam makes the right call. This time, he looks for the pass again, and he finds his man Richter open by himself in the end zone. We didn't expect that. Pass for 2 points.
That's called pass left. You got pass right, pass left, the tight end, and I tell you what, Lakewood was thinking like me. I thought they were going to run the football because, you know, when you get penalized half the distance, nice call by Coach Stevens. We take a look at it.
Coach Stevens pulling out all the stops.
This is called pass left. You fake right in there to the fullback, and look, they're both open. They didn't cover either guy.
You had Lombardi in the back of the end zone open. You had Richter coming up underneath open. And you have a very unhappy Andy Lowry as his team has 15 seconds left in the first quarter and is trailing 15-0 right here on TCI of Colorado High School football. Don Martin, Sam Pagano with you on the call tonight. Wheat Ridge, Eddie Stevens pulling out all kinds of plays. He has Isaiah Magalai set to kick this one away. Wyrick and Evans back to receive. Magalai lets this one go. Goes all the way to the 10-yard line. Bringing it out is Wyrick. He crosses the 25. A little bit of speed on this young man. He's still up on his feet. And he is hit again, and very hard. This time by Magalai. Second time by Magalai. Both returns were hit by Magalai as he brings it down to the 38-yard line.
Don, that's a great play. Here we go. Watch, he does a nice job, Wyrick. He's got some speed. He goes up center, and he gets to the outside. But this is a great tackle by Zach Magalai. Watch in the open field. He puts his hat right on him. Does a great job. That is a great tackle in the open field.
That's your quarterback out there hitting him like that.
He's your best athlete, so you play him all over. You play him safety, you play him strong safety, you play him at quarterback.
And he is doing a little bit of everything right now. The score at the end of the first quarter, 15-0. TCI of Colorado High School football. We'll be back with the second quarter action right after this.
Many have witnessed its awesome power. It is a strategic device of immense importance. It can bring into range an entire nation, a single neighborhood, or any segment of the populace. And most remarkable of all, it's growing even stronger as advertisers and viewers use it in record numbers. From Main Street to Madison Avenue, America's sold on cable.
Call TCI of Colorado Cable Advertising today.
And welcome back to Reed Street Stadium. The score, once again, 15-0. First play of the second quarter was just run moments ago. Pickup of a couple of yards. Second down and 8, ball on the 40-yard line. 11:35 left in this first half. Everything going the way of the Farmer right now.
That's a penalty right there, Don. The guy from Lakewood went off on the Wheat Ridge side, and you can't exit that way. And the officials stopped the game right there. I believe that's a penalty.
That's exactly what they're calling right now. They're discussing exactly what they're going to call. He's pointing to the fact that he went off on this side, and the main official trying to get a read on it. The officials tonight, Dave Warner is the referee, Dick Byler the umpire, Mark Bless is the back judge, Jim Shoplin is the head linesman, and Dan Weichel is your field judge.
But what I don't understand, why they stopped the play. I mean, I thought they should let Lakewood run the play and then the penalty. This was, there it is. Now, I don't know if he's calling on Eddie but they should have let him run the play and then make the call. This was a big play years ago. Pooters playing Cherry Creek. And I can't remember, but a guy went off the wrong way and went off. He was late and cost him the ball game. And I believe it was Cherry Creek. It was an awful long time ago, but it was a big game. But Coach Stevens is right there. He's right there with his team, and I can't believe that they didn't let Lakewood run the play and then make the call.
What's interesting, they call it much like an illegal procedure instead of an unsportsmanlike penalty or whatnot. I mean, it is a procedure penalty for him coming off on this side.
Andy Lowry, Coach Stevens is out there in the huddle. He's placing his guy. He's setting the defense, and he's right out there. I don't know why they're letting him stay out there that long.
He's still out there.
He's coaching him up.
Just 11 minutes left in this first half.
He's placing them, he's coaching them, he's doing a heck of a job.
They're calling it an illegal substitution. And Eddie's still out on the field as he kind of backs himself off to the sideline.
Well, Lakewood's going to break the formation. You could see they shouldn't be there. They should re-huddle. They got the defense set. Maybe that's what Lakewood wants, that kind of coverage. But I think it's too long. You should go back to the huddle, get back in there, and come out with another formation.
They're listening to you again as they huddle this one back up.
I'm glad they did that. I'll tell you what.
Do you have a mic down on the field? I mean, are you mic'd right in, telling these coaches what to do?
Did they ever penalize him?
Yes, they walked it back 5 yards.
All right.
Second down and 12, ball on the 35-yard line of the Tigers. They have the football and trail 15-0 on the TCI Colorado High School football game tonight. They try running this one straight up the middle, nowhere to go. The defense evidently set well by Ed Stevens.
Defensive play made by Joe Bertinoli.
Bertinoli is the one that stops him.
Loss of a yard. Third down.
Well, they're third and long. They got to throw. They got to throw the football now. They got to get back in this ball game. They hurt themselves on that kickoff. You cannot spot Wheat Ridge, a good, solid football team, a team that likes to control the ball, and spot them 7 points. They need a touch right here. They got to have a drive here before halftime and get back in the ball game.
3rd and 14. Ball on the 34-yard line. Straight back to pass is Burton. He gives a little draw play. He's going to get enough for the first down as he breaks it off the right side. Wyrick down inside the 40. Wyrick taken down to the 39-yard line. What a nice bit of speed shown by Wyrick that time.
Wyrick's got great speed, but Don, that really surprises me. Here you're not a drop-back football team. They drop back and they run the draw, and then they execute it. Take a look at it right here. Wyrick, great speed, fakes the drop-back pass, and this kid's got speed. Coach Lowry was talking about him. He could put him down, and he could get after it, and the Tigers are in good field position.
Excellent downfield blocking as they set it up once again. Bring it to the other side. Wyrick with the football. He's going to run this one down inside the 35, down around the 34-yard line. Wyrick getting the front end of the run-ins tonight. He's the 13th runner in the state as far as rushing yards. 624 yards, 5.4.
Don, they're running off tackle. Watch him attack Mondragon here, our defensive end. I tell you what, they attack that off tackle hole, and they'll hit you, Lakewood, and they did a nice job of running power. They could do some good things. They just haven't had their hands on the football. Now, if they do that, they could get things going. They're unbalanced to the right this time.
High formation, here we go, straight up the middle. No, he's going to flip it out on the option. He's going to be caught in the backfield. Excellent defensive read. Coming in and taking care of business is Magalai, the big Magalai this time. The 6'3", 245-pound senior, also a pretty good basketball player.
Well, here's the quarterback, Shane Burt, right here. He rides the fullback, and he's going to pay. He shouldn't read it. He pitched it too soon. If you're going to option that, you got to just go attack the defensive end, and he pitched the ball too soon.
Well, Magalai stood there, and he was going to take him out. He never, as you said, never went into it.
What he's doing, that's a feather technique, and he's just feathering it, and he's got to read that, and he should have ran up inside.
3rd and 10. Back once again. They try to run this draw, and they lose another 3 yards. Wheat Ridge not being fooled. Magalai in on that play. As a matter of fact, Magalai was joined this time by Bertinoli.
Let's take a look at this draw play right here. Isolation draw, fake it, come on it, and they just didn't block him well enough. Didn't sustain their blocks and give them a little bit more time. It's 4th down. You think they're going to punt, or maybe they'll, want to get back in this ball game and go for it?
No, it's 4th down and a long 15. They're going to set this one up. By the way, Zach Bogue, number 73, also in on that tackle. 4th and 15, ball to 44. Here goes the fake. And it's not even going to come close. Not even going to come close. Running the football was Wyrick, and he didn't have a chance.
Well, that was
all over him.
That was a short punt, snap to, I believe, Mike Gomez, number 34. He runs to the right, and then he does a little pass to Clint Warwick. Well, I tell you what, that took a little bit of skill. They executed it, but they just didn't get enough yards out of it.
Well, the reason they didn't get enough yards out of it is because Bertinoli is the one that read it well. Jumped right up in his face and took him down. Just under 9 minutes now left in this first half. 15-0. Wheat Ridge has the lead and the football as they just plow their way to a quick pickup of 9. Doing the honors once again, Jeff Morris.
How important is that first down, Don? Look at that. That's 9 yards on first down, or 8 yards, and now you got 3 downs. You got as many downs to get the 1st and 10. That's just too much. I don't think they're set. Lakewood's not set defensively, and Wheat Ridge just knocks you off the line of scrimmage.
Rob Pence, the quarterback this time around. Hands it straight back once again. Morris with the football. This time picks up maybe a half a yard.
I tell you, that time Lakewood beat him to the punch. If you could take a look at it at the top of the screen, the defensive lineman, you could see the orange helmets. They beat him to the punch. They got in there. Watch him at the top of the screen. Bam, you'll see some penetration. They beat him right there. Now that's how they got to play on first down. So it's 2nd and 9, 2nd to 8. Now it's 3rd and a yard and a half.
Linebacker Walter Chavez stops him right at the line. 7 minutes, 25 seconds left in this first half. 3rd down and 2. Ball just inside the 50. Spins, puts the ball on the ground. Falling back on it is Pence. He tries getting it inside the stomach of Morris, pulling it back out, pitch it out to Richter. There was no chance. That's the second time that's happened. Morris is not letting the ball go.
That's the second time, but also Lakewood's coming off the ball defensively and giving them a little penetration, knocking the back. I tell you what, I don't know if I'd be alternating quarterbacks the way number 21 played, Sal Magley. I tell you what, he was just excellent.
Well, we have a punting situation once again. Rob Pence back to punt. Going back to receive this punt will be Clint Wyrick. No, that is Josh Evans who's going to receive this punt at the 15. Puts on some speed to the right side. Has a wall in front of him. He cuts back inside. Comes down around the 31-yard line. Had he kept to the outside, he might have picked up a few more yards.
Coach Lowry talks about speed. I think he's got it. He's got a lot of people that could lay him down. Let's take a look at him right here. Josh Evans, number 11.
Watch the seam to the outside.
Well, you want to go up first, and then you want to get behind your wall of blockers, and he decided to cut back right in there, but he's got good speed, good athlete. Let's see if he can get the Tigers rolling this time.
1st and 10. Ball at the 30-yard line of the Tigers. 6 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first half. They trail 15-0. Try to get something going. A quick reverse back the other way. Wyrick with the football, and he isn't doing very much as he runs into Mondragon.
Well, Coach Lowry talked about utilizing their speed and trying to get the ball. With speed, maybe you got to get it outside. Let's take a look at it right here. It's like an inside run, fake fullback. It's a counter outside, but, option, toss, anything where they could just, get the ball to Wyrick outside and let him turn it on.
Shane Burt brings him back out. 2nd down and Burt still has the football. No, he gives this one off to Evans. And Evans is caught and hit hard on that sideline. You can hear all those coaches yelling in your ear. Mondragon with a nice stick this time coming on the other side against Evans. It's the wingback bringing it back to the other side.
Well, they like to do Evans on all the inside traps and reverses. He's got speed, and there it is right there, and he gets a pretty good block, and look at him go. Number 11, Josh Evans. Pretty good on the reverses and the inside traps.
Nice reverse from Wyrick to Evans. 5 minutes left in this first half. 3rd and 7. Ball in the 32. Lakewood trying to get something going offensively. Don Martin, Sam Pagano with you on the call tonight. TCI of Colorado High School football action out here at Reed Street Stadium. Burt back to pass, looking down the field. Finds a wide open receiver as he throws it over the outstretched hands of Lombardi. And he finds Evans in the flat. Evans taken down finally by Magley.
Well executed sprint out. They block the perimeter. They got a flag down. But let's take a look at it right here. Watch the quarterback, Shane Burt. Nice sprint out. Great protection. Let's see if he comes upfield and he throws the ball. Nice job. He's got a guy there in the flat. I believe that's number 11, Josh Evans. Nice completion. And the penalty's not on Lakewood.
No, the penalty is against the Wheat Ridge Farmers. It's a long one. It might have been, let's find out what they're going to call here.
We reached pit line 15 yards.
That's the bird. You tell me what that was called. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left in the first half. Don Martin, Sam Pagano, neither one of us learning.
We got to get
our umpiring manuals this week.
Mr. Devlin from the Denver Post, Mr. Prep Football, who does this all the time. I'm sure he could help us out on that call. Our crack reporter from the Denver Post doesn't help us out. All right.
There's a timeout on the field. Gives us an opportunity to give you a few of the lineups for the next couple of weeks here. Manuel and Montbello is the next one for Sam and I. And that's the week of October 25th. Check your local listings. We're going to head on into the DPL, our first DPL game this year. Manuel and Montbello, find out what they have as far as football. We know what they can do for us for basketball.
Well, that's going to be a great day. I got a busy day. Fort Hays comes here and plays Colorado School of Mines at 2 o'clock. I'm going to go to that game, and then we're going to work Montbello, Manuel, and then after that I'm going to watch Overland and Boulder High School. So it'll be a day of a lot of football, Don.
My gosh, man, you just suck all of that stuff in.
I don't fish and hunt. I like football.
I wonder why you got out of it.
I don't know.
I don't either. You should have been out here like coaching one of these.
Nah, I did it long enough.
Did you?
Did get the opportunity to work with you. So.
Do you miss it though?
Oh, I miss sometimes, but it's been 4 years. The first year was difficult, and but getting into this business, and this is our 4th year, it keeps me busy. I like this, and the only time I want to coach is some unique situation, like 2 years ago when I coached in Italy and something like that, but I did it long enough.
Well, we'd like to see you still out there doing it the way you used to do it. 1st down and 10. Here we go. Lakewood with the football. They give it to Wyrick as he breaks it around the left side. Wyrick picks up a few yards. Taken out of bounds by Justin Gallimore. Wyrick doing an outstanding job. Only 5'9", 165 pounds.
5'9". Look at him get around the corner. I think he's got great speed. Coach Lowry said, I believe he runs a 4.5, and I believe it. He turns the corner. Now check his toughness. Watch his toughness. Boy, he'll take on that corner and put his shoulder down and get yardage for the Tigers.
1st and 10. Ball at the 25-yard line of the Farmers. Farmers have a 15-0 lead. Lakewood knocking on the door right now. Give it straight up the middle to Gomez. Flags flying all over the place. Gomez finally taken down as he was bull wrestled to the ground.
Gomez, the ball carrier, marked on the play.
Ton, look, watch Gomez come off the ball. Now, they look like they're in the robust offense. He really hits the line of scrimmage. The Lakewood Tigers offensive line's coming off the ball, knocking them back, and I think that penalty, that's a great play right there. I think there's a penalty, and it could be on Wheat Ridge. They're talking to the Lakewood people, so this could be a big plus for them. I think Lakewood's a little bit more fired up. I think that kickoff return really hurt him there for a while, Don.
Lombardi finally takes him down. We're going to find out what they're calling here in a moment for you. They bring this ball inside the 10-yard line, mark it down around the 8. Face mask.
Boy, you know that call, don't you?
Face mask against Wheat Ridge. 1st down and go. Ball on the 8-yard line. 4 minutes left in this 1st half. 15-0 Wheat Ridge. TCI Colorado High School football. Wheat Ridge moves again. Move that ball a little bit closer now. Half the distance to the goal.
Can you hear Coach Stevens? He's getting after him, I'll tell you that.
He's a tad bit upset. Encroachment on the defense. We know 2 calls in a row now.
You got that.
We're getting better at this.
Wheat Ridge has played a perfect ball game. Everything was going their way. Now they've had 3 penalties against them, and Lakewood's threatening to score.
Lakewood, 1st down and goal. On the 4-yard line of the Farmers, the defense of the Farmers, using that 8-man front. They're going to try to stack them up. Burt's the quarterback. Gives it to the speedster. He's too far back in the backfield. Does he get away? No, he gets taken down for a couple-yard loss. Catching him in the backfield was Van Sickle. Number 3 finally taking him down.
They don't block Maglai. He's too big and strong. They can't turn the corner right there. They got to run inside on him. Take a look at it right here. Watch number 44, the defensive end. They don't get a block on him. Maglai is up there, and you can't run the sweep. You can't turn the corner if you don't block the first guy on the defensive end. That block's got to be made, and they lose yardage.
Bond dragging in there as well with Van Sickle. What a defensive stand. A nice little situation that time for Wheat Ridge. Ed Stevens yells, and his team listens. 2nd down and goal from the 9-yard line now. Just under 3 minutes left in the 1st half. Whistles and flags all over the place. And that one was thrown and called by the back judge back in the back of the end zone. Too much time. 3 for 3 on the penalties.
Boy, you got him.
We're getting there, Sam.
We have that chart. I just forgot it tonight. We got our chart so we know what every call is. And like I say, I always had an assistant on the sideline. I used to ask him what it was. I never read the rules book.
A moment ago, it was 1st down and goal from the 4-yard line. Now it's 2nd down and goal from the 14-yard line. Lakewood trying to get something going. They trail 15-0. He went straight up the middle. Nowhere to go this time for Gomez. He might have picked up a yard or 2. Gomez trying to run strong inside from that fullback position. Wheat Ridge in his
this was the big play that broke a little earlier. They double up. They just don't block the middle linebacker. They comboed on the 1st down guy over the right guard. They combination block. The right tackle didn't combo off and get the linebacker. The backer came up there and made the play.
Anthony Lombardi takes care of business for Wheat Ridge. Now a big 3rd down and 12. A quick inside reverse. It's not going to work either. Taken down on the inside. We'll get a number for you here in a moment. It was number 50 on the inside, and that's Eric Stevens.
Josh Evans ran that inside reverse, and if he could have busted it outside, He didn't see what was going on to the outside, but he turned it inside, and they came up short. 4th down. Does he want to get on the board with the field goal? He needs a touchdown, down by 15 points, but it looks like it's a big substitution. Might be a field goal.
4th and 10. 4th and goal, I should say, from the 10. Just under 2 minutes left in this first half. And they're going to bring in the field goal kicker, see what he can do. Shane Mueller in. Ball's down, it's up. Does he get enough into it, or does he pull it? No good, he pulls it wide right. Jeff Mueller comes up just a little wide right this time. 1:37 left as they turn the ball over to the Farmers. Big defensive stand for the Farmers. There's a timeout on the field. We're going to do the same right here. TCI of Colorado High School football, 15-0 Wheat Ridge.
It's been said that nowhere is our future more evident than in the games our children play. As important as academics are, some lessons take on even more importance when they're learned on the playing field. Lessons like respect, responsibility, citizenship, fair play. Remember, the next time you attend a high school sporting event, you're really inside a classroom where good sports receive the highest grades. A message from the Colorado High School Activities Association.
And welcome back to Reed Street Stadium. Minute 25 left in the first half. 15-0 Wheat Ridge, and they have the football down on their own 24-yard line after a pickup of 4 yards on that first down. Don Martin Sampagana with you on the call this evening. Everything seems to be coming up Farmers so far in the first half. They're running that robust offense. They're just going to run this one out. No, they go back to pass as Magalai has the football. He finds his brother. The defender goes for the football. Magalai to Magalai finally works. As this one gets out past the 35 down to around the 39-yard line. Or the 44-yard line, excuse me.
Pass right. Watch here. Little Magalai to big Magalai. Fake to the fullback, and it's called pass right. And there he goes. He's hitting the tight end right there. They have the halfbacks in the flat. Magalai makes a nice catch, tucks the ball away, and works upfield.
Gary Koval almost came up with that football. First down and 10 on the 43. This time he gives the football off. Running hard into the hole. Nowhere to go. Jeff Morris with the football again. Timeout. You hear him screaming on the sideline from Wheat Ridge. They're trying to go down and get a few extra points. 44 seconds left in the first half.
You would think, why is a robust offense, a coach that runs a robust, call a timeout with 44 seconds about on your own 45-yard line?
Let me take a guess. Because Zach Magalai's arm's working tonight.
Well, I was going to tell you, in watching Eddie Stevens' robust offense, he's the best passing, robust offense I've ever seen, Don. I'm not kidding you. I mean, I've watched Bob Cortese run it, and we learned it from him. We ran it. George Squires ran it at Lakewood, a lot of people. But in the last couple of years, I saw Wheat Ridge play Littleton, and they had a 2-minute drive, and I've seen him over the years and broadcasting against Wheat Ridge. His robust offense is excellent. And even when you know it's coming, let's see if Lakewood puts those secondary guys back. But he does a great job in there. And there's only like six passes that you could have in robust. It's pass right, pass left. But let's see what he's got called. They do an excellent job of throwing the ball out of robust.
All right, Sam, is your money on the pass right here? The officials are still not quite.
But look at
yet.
Lakewood. They got 3-4 guys. They got them back at least 10, 12 yards.
Well, talk to me, Coach. Are you going to pass it right here?
Well, if he called timeout for 44 seconds, he's going to work some. He's got a first down. He's going to use it. And let's see what he goes with.
And we have the officials all making sure their clocks are synchronized. 44 seconds left in this first half. Second down and 9. Ball on the 44-yard line of the Farmers. Farmers have the football. There's a good shot of Eddie Stevens. He's a happy guy. This guy really enjoys what he's doing. As he
he's a real farmer out there, isn't he?
Cavities here. You want football? This is football. I want to tell you what.
That's the old farmer way.
Okay, the officials all set up, ready to go once again.
Maybe we'll get his family to get him some handkerchiefs for Father's Day, huh? What do you think?
Oh, Lord have mercy. We've seen a little bit of everything tonight. Magalai is the quarterback. If you just joined us, Wheat Ridge in their blue with gold helmets. Lakewood the orange and white. Wheat Ridge has the lead and the football. And here we go, straight up the gut. Nothing fancy this time. Richter takes the football around the right side, gets out of bounds, stops the clock again as he crosses that 50-yard line.
He's going to throw it, yeah.
Go ahead. Richter, the ball carrier.
There he goes. Watch him right with the robust right here. Maglai hands off. It's got a power. He's got lead back. Nice job of running the football. Pat Richter's got good speed. I remember him from last year. Ran the second man through. And he's running basically, he hasn't done much counters and things like that, but they got a penalty on Wheat Ridge.
A long penalty. This is unsportsmanlike conduct for something.
Wheat Ridge penalized 10 yards from the play of the foul.
Holding.
Okay, it was a holding penalty, so they called it from the point.
Well, let's see if he goes with the pass with 40 seconds. I still think he's going to throw the ball a little bit here.
He has 40 seconds, ball on the 36-yard line of the Farmers. They have the football. Maglai, the quarterback. This time straight up the middle to the fullback. Nowhere to go for Morris as he trips. Crosses that 35 down to the 42.
Well, you want your running backs to pick your feet up, and that's, and that's the thing in the robust. They're drive blocking, their legs are there. You got to pick those legs up. When they do all those drills, stepping over bags and things like that, that's why you do those drills, to get those backs to pick up their feet.
Cheerleaders trying to get involved in this ball game. They're very happy as their team is leading 15-0 with 10 seconds left in this first half. This will be the last play of the half.
He just wants to run it out here.
And he's going to get a delay of game with 3 seconds left. And they're going to mark this one back, run one more play, and we'll go in for halftime. Official calls it off. Big first half for Wheat Ridge. All of it due, scoring-wise, however, by special teams, a long return on a kickoff. The first one of the game, as a matter of fact. And then a turnover.
Turnover and then a pass.
And then a pass. So they've had nice field position tonight, and everything comes together for them. Lakewood offensively not being able to get anything going. First down and goal from the 4, and they couldn't do anything with it as Jeff Morris runs out the clock. And that's going to do it for the first half. The score, 15-0 out here at Reed Street Stadium. Don Martin, Sam Pagano with you. We'll be back with first half stats and second half kickoff right after this. TCI of Colorado High School football.
HBO boxing. So raw, so intense, so close, it hurts. The Duke defends the heavyweight title he won in his battle with George Foreman. Tommy Morrison against challenger Michael Bent. Plus, super middleweight champ James Lights Out Tony takes on #1 ranked contender Darren Van Horn. Morrison versus Bent, Tony versus Van Horn. Live Friday, October 29th, only on HBO Boxing. So close, it hurts.
Sunday night, sitting around dreaming of vacation and...
You're off to Miami for the Colts and the Dolphins on Sunday Night NFL on TNT. Miami prefers to fly, but even in the air, traffic can be a problem. The Colts meet the Dolphins Sunday at 7:30 Eastern. Sunday Night NFL on TNT. And 105.9 KBPI rocks the Rockies with NFL on TNT prizes. Listen to win.
TCI Education Project, a new architecture for learning that's taking education into tomorrow.
Welcome back to Reed Street Stadium. Don Martin, Sam Pagano with you. It's halftime. TCI of Colorado High School football. The score 15-0 Wheat Ridge over Lakewood. A nice shot of the city lights behind the trees there. There's one of the Farmers from Wheat Ridge as they have this lead. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few of the scores from the first half, Sam.
Here we go. Here comes Gallimore, I think, on the opening kickoff. Gallimore number 43, 47. Gallimore, he does a nice job and takes it all the way, and I think that was the difference right there in the first half, just getting up 7 points because Wheat Ridge just controls the ball so well, and Gallimore, number 47, takes it all the way back. And here's the touchdown pass to Van Sickle, and Maglai gets the ball to him, he makes the catch, and then they go for 2 right here, and I thought they would run the football, but they just fake, they go pass left. Both guys are wide open. He could either go to the tight end or the halfback out of the backfield.
Hangs on to that football, brings it on in. There's Pat Richter doing so. And let's go ahead and take a look at the first half stats.
Well, you could see what Wheat Ridge is, the 112 yards rushing, and total yards they dominate with 151 to 97. And they just control the football. They'll rush the football, and you haven't seen a lot of passes in this game. But let's see if Lakewood, they deferred, so now they're going to get the ball back. So let's see if they could do something. Very important series right here for them to get the football back, generate some offense, and get a score right here.
12 minutes put up on that scoreboard as we get ready for this second half kickoff. Doing the honors for the Farmers will be Isaiah Magalai, the big Magalai brother this time around. And back to receive the kick will be Wyrick as well as Josh Evans. Wyrick number 20, Evans number 11. Lakewood in their home whites with their orange pants and as well as orange helmets. Then you have Wheat Ridge in those bright blue uniforms with the red, or the yellow helmets, excuse me. Everything seems to be coming up Farmers in the first half. See if the Tigers can start roaring back in this contest. Ball is kicked off deep down around the 20-yard line, and bringing it straight back out is Wyrick. And he is hit hard right up the middle, and hitting him is Mondragon. Cole Mondragon beats him head up and pushes him back.
Hello?
Hi, Jan from the paper calling to confirm your facts.
Go ahead.
They find the running back in the backfield, a host of blue jerseys all around him. Carrying the football is Wyrick.
Here they go with the first play. They go with an isolation play. The quarterback just reverses out, give to the tailback. Too many blue jerseys. As we talked to the Lakewood coaches before the ball game, Wheat Ridge is big, strong. I don't know if we could handle them up front. That's what the coaches talked about before the ball game.
Sophomore Joe Bertanoli is the one that stops him right at the line of scrimmage. Here we go. Wyrick has the football, caught from behind again. The lead blocker was Shane Burt, the quarterback, but Magalai, Isaiah Magalai, catches him from behind from that defensive end position, and a loss of 1 on that play.
Watch Clint Wyrick. If he could get some kind of block, and they got a full block right there, they just don't block this real well at the line of scrimmage. This guy's got great speed. They got to sustain their blocks. They've got to do a better job of blocking because he has the ability to go all the way, Clint Wyrick, but he's just not getting some solid blocking up front.
Third down and a long 11 for Lakewood. Burt is the quarterback. Straight back pass. He's going to roll out to the right side, looking down the field. The pressure is on him. He gets pushed out of bounds, and doing so was Bertanoli, and Magalai in space and ready to try to make it push to the outside. And Magalai and Bertanoli, they hold him for the Farmers defense.
Well, they're trying to sprint out right here. They do a nice job of it. They get good blocking, and Burt just keeps sprinting. He can't find the 2 receivers, or they're covered well, and he just tries to run it and get upfield, and it's, I believe, 4th down. They're going to have to give up the football. And that's something they cannot afford, to give up the football and give it to the Farmers.
Gilmore and Richter back to receive this. The punter will be Shane Burt, the quarterback. He has a nice leg. As a matter of fact, he fumbles the football this time. He gets it away. Nice athletic move as this one's going to roll down. Hit one of the guys in the back, roll over top. It's going to take a nice Tiger bounce after what appeared to be a disastrous situation. He gets some light on it. Ball's going to be marked down to the 46-yard line, however, of the Tigers. The Farmers take over.
Well, he got the ball off. Good athlete. He hustled around there, and it could have been a disaster. Get it blocked, get a touchdown. And the fastest way. Let's take a look at it. Let's see if the ball hits him in the hands. Right there, he just doesn't handle the football, but he doesn't panic and he gets it off. If you see, if the defense runs into the punter, which you could do that, once you drop the ball, you become a runner and you become live bait. And some people don't understand that, why they, when you rough the kicker, that he becomes a runner once the ball's on the ground.
A 15-0 lead and the football. The Farmers have it down on the 47-yard line of Lakewood. The quarterback is Rob Pence. Gives it straight up the middle to the fullback, and he's still on his feet. Bouncing around is Morris. He breaks it to the outside, shows a little speed of his own. He's caught from behind, however. Pushing hard was Gary Koval to bring him down. Nice power running by Morris.
Well, Morris just banged up in there inside, and we got a penalty. Let's see which way it's going to go right here.
Wait and see what the official calls. This ball right now down around the 20. He's talking to Pence.
There's Pat Morris on a good fullback play right there. And he just busts in the middle, and then he comes out of the pile. He comes out of the pile, and he's got the speed to break it away. Pat Morris does a nice job.
And there's a personal foul tacked on to the end of this run. It's going to bring it all the way down to 1st and goal on the 9-yard line for Wheat Ridge. They start out with a bang in the first half, and now they start out with a bang in the second half. Personal foul called on Lakewood, a big penalty tacked on to end of a long run. Robust offense. Pence the quarterback. Morris is the fullback. Richter and Wolf the running backs. Lombardi is the tight end, as well as Magalai. The offensive line, DeVries, Stevens, Parker, Wolf, and Bode.
Lakewood starting out like they did the first half when they let them break that kickoff, for the touchdown. And you just can't keep the ball in Wheat Ridge's hands because they'll ball control you. And especially when you give them good field position, they get more confidence. And they have a lot of weapons out of Robust, the throw, option, and they can run power right at you.
And that's exactly what they've been doing all night long. Right now, the Tiger defense, Couchman, Cedarburg, Earl, Perry, Ernst, Armenta, Laporta, Evans, Koval, Wyrick, and Burt. The officials figuring out exactly how to mark the chains. They'll place the ball and blow the whistle here in a moment. Wheat Ridge runs the robust offense, double tight end. They've been passing out of it tonight, but not with Rob Pence as the quarterback, only with Zach Magalai. Pence is the quarterback at this point in time. Hands it straight up the middle to Morris. Pick up him a couple of yards.
They do a nice job of coming off the line of scrimmage. It's straight ahead blocking, and I tell you what, they'll knock you backwards, and they do a nice job of it, and the Farmers are threatening right now.
The Stevens twins, left guards, bringing in the plays. Right there on your screen is Eric Stevens. Brian coming off moments ago. Wheat Ridge, the Farmers 4-2 overall, 2-1 in the league. Lakewood 5-1 overall, 3-0 in the league. It's Ed Stevens, 7 years in this Lakewood program, or this Wheat Ridge program, in command. As his fullback busts it across, that's Tom Wolf with the carry. Touchdown to start off this second half. Not something you want to see if you're a Tiger fan.
Well, they do a nice job. They were unbalanced to the right, and then they brought all their full house backfield and brought it to the short side of the formation. And Wolf's got great power. He ran that in the first half and did a nice job of running that play in the first half.
Tom Wolf comes in, the junior, 200 pounds, 5'10". They call him a great blocker. That time he showed some excellent power as he powered the ball across. In for the point after is Van Stavist. Football is down, it's up. Let's find out what they say. It's good. 22-0 is the score, 22-0.
Let's take a look at it right here. They were unbalanced right, and they just do the hand sweep, just step back, hand it to Wolf, and Wolf could power it in there and gives the Farmers another touchdown.
8:48 left in this third quarter, a commanding lead right now for the Farmers as they set to kick off once again. Their second kickoff of this second half. They start out kicking off to Lakewood. Lakewood penalties kill them in that first drive, and nowhere to go, so the Farmers come back, get the ball on a bad punt. It was a nice athletic move to get the punt off anyway, but it was a bad punt as they start down their first drive of the second half on the 47-yard line of Lakewood.
Well, it's a kicking game, Don. All coaches talk about it. You don't cover the kickoff 7 points. You have a bad punt right there. The punter doesn't hold on to the football and gives them excellent field position.
Magalai kicks it away this time, coming down to Josh Evans. He brings it back. Straight up the middle. Tries to get some. Oh, my goodness. What a stick. He is hit coming straight out by the defensive end, Cole Mondragon. Mondragon just cold cocks Josh Evans and brings him down. Special teams.
Pretty big hit, and I tell you what, you got to block people on special team. Cole Mondragon makes a great hit here. Here he goes. Look at Josh Evans, number 11, getting a pretty good return. He's up the middle, and all of a sudden, boom, Mondragon comes in there and just levels it.
Out of nowhere and just kind of sticks that arm out and takes him down. Shane Burt, the quarterback, brings him out. First pass, here he goes, down the sideline, finds his man. And he has it. Does he get enough speed to get away? No! Wyrick caught from behind. And catching him was Pat Richter. Richter has 4.5 speed as he catches Clint Wyrick. Wyrick also with 4.5 speed, but he was a little off balance.
These are the things Coach Lowry talked about. Let's utilize our speed. And this is what he's trying to do, get the ball to Wyrick right here. And the ball's just a little underthrown. I think if he had hit him on stride, he has great speed. And there comes Richter, number 32, making the play.
Speed against speed. First down and 10. Ball on 24-yard line of the Farmers. The Tigers have the football. Wing T formation. Here we go. Bring it back to Wyrick. Wyrick has it around the right side. Runs into a host of blue jerseys.
Wyrick just makes a nice reception for about 30, 40 yards. He gets back in the huddle and says, all right, Clint, you're going to carry the ball too. So you got to be in great shape and play both ways and do it all.
B.T. Nosler is the one with the first tackle, or the first initial hit anyway for the Wheat Ridge Farmers. 7:35 left in the third quarter. As I start sounding like I'm in a Daffy Duck commercial here. Wheat Ridge, I called it. Here we go, straight up the middle. Just power running this time by Gomez.
You know, Don, it's okay to play, you know, both ways. That's high school football. It's a lot of fun, and you want to play both ways. But what happens, let's take a look at this play right here. And here goes the fullback just on a quick hitter, and Gomez hits it up in there. But what happens when you play teams that where they go one way, they wear you out and they tire you out. And when you run up against, you know, like teams like Cherry Creek in the past, or teams where they had so many numbers and they went one way.
Sure, third down and 4. Ball down on the 18-yard line. Goes straight up the middle. Do they get enough for the first down? Carrying the ball once again, the big fullback, Mike Gomez.
Gomez, ball carrier.
Yes, he moves the sticks as they get this one down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line.
Here they go. They just wedge block it. As you can see, they doubled the man over the guard. Nice offensive line blocking, and give the ball to Gomez and let him get right up in there.
First and 10. Ball in the 13 of the Farmers. Lakewood has the football. Last time they got this far down, they had a lot of penalties to back them back up. This time they hand it off to Gomez, and he takes it over the left side. Picks up enough yardage to get him inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line.
Let's take a look at this right here. They come off to the left side. They wedge and do a nice job of blocking inside, and Gomez fights and gets good yardage. Nice looking fullback.
Wheat Ridge going to set up that 8-man front. Lakewood has that wing tee going, and here we go. This time they bring it back the other way. Wyrick has the football, a little bit of speed, and he bounces off of a cornerback and falls inside the 5. Nice power running by Wyrick. He was hit hard by Pat Richter.
I tell you, Don, they run that play extremely well. They'll pull the guard. Watch him knock Mondragon down. Mondragon's getting hit back right here after he. But look at him attack the off-tackle hole, and here comes Clint busting in there. I tell you what, they're tough, they're physical. They block that play extremely well.
And they're at third down and 2, ball at the 5-yard line of the Farmers. Lakewood trying to get their initial score of the evening. Wyrick has it going the other direction. He's taken down at the 2-yard line.
See, that's a power play. They just pull a guard and a back, and they lead out, and they bring the back from the opposite way. The back's coming all the way from the left side. You know, I'd line him up in the eye. See, he's coming all the way from here. It's just a power off tackle play. You got to lead back, you pull a guard. That's just their power play going off tackle.
The one
Different
thing we're
ways
missing,
to do it.
We're going to have to get our director and our producer on this. One thing we're missing is that little thing that John Madden uses where you can draw on the screen.
I need one.
You need to draw on the screen because you're telling me, see this and see this. You do a heck of a job with that, though, as the big fullback Gomez takes it in for the touchdown. Gomez with the honors. Lakewood finally on the scoreboard. 4:57 left in the third quarter. 22-6 right now.
Coach Lowry's waving them. Stay in there. Let me give you the 2-point play. Here you go. Watch him give the ball to Gomez, number 34. Just a read, give it to the fullback, let him find the hole, and he busts in there. Let's see what Coach Lowry's got up here for a 2-point play.
Going for that, too. The quarterback, Shane Burt, calling it off. 5 formation. Straight up the middle. No, he goes with the option. He flips it out the last minute. He gets in. Yes, indeed. That time, Burt played the option right. And he makes that defensive end commit. Flips this one out to Wyrick, and he gets the 2.
Well, he did a nice job there, as Shane Burt. You know, earlier in the ball game, and he didn't run the option correctly, but right there, that's when he needed the 2-point play. Everybody's coming toward him. Watch here, he'll fake to Gomez. He'll pull an ice coming down the line of scrimmage, and see now they're feathering it when they come to him. Then he pitches it. Nice play.
Magalai had no choice but to get up on.
Well, what he's doing was a feather technique and just trying to feather it out there. And then he came back. And then he made the play.
4:57 left in this third quarter, 22-8 the score. Just moments ago, you saw Andy Lowry with his kickoff team. Everybody high-fiving over there, trying to get the momentum to shift a little bit. His kicker, Jeff Mueller, in to kick this one away. Back to receive will be Richter and Gallimore. Gallimore, 91-yard return to open up the season. 90-plus yard return to open up this game tonight. So he has 2 of them on the season, over 90 yards for touchdowns. Mueller's going to let this one go. He's going to just squib this one up in the air. It was kind of like just a fluke kick. The ball's going to come down to the 40-yard line by one of the up men. Catching that football was number 87, Eric Johnson.
Well, I'll tell you, Eric Johnson was heads up because you coach that, catch it, but if it's too high, you got to make a fair catch. But Eric Johnson had enough time. They were doing that before the game. Lakewood was working on that kick, and I'm sure they've done it before, and Wheat Ridge did a nice job, and Eric Johnson was heads up and made that catch and made the play.
Nice field position to start this drive out, however. First down and 10 ball on the 41-yard line of Wheat Ridge. And Magalai is the quarterback this time. He keeps it. He puts it down, gets across the 50-yard line, down to the 49-yard line of the Tigers. The young man looked to pass, and that's what a nice passing game in the first half will get you. You can fake it, you can pick up that yardage.
Well, I tell you, after Lakewood got that score, Eddie Stevens is going to run the football. This is run all the way. Magalai fakes the counter right there. They don't get a block on 75, and Magalai gives a little pump fake. He's a good athlete, good speed, and gets up there.
Magalai, once again, only a freshman. As they mark this one down. Freshman quarterback and a junior quarterback just alternating every series right now for the Wheat Ridge Farmers. Both of them doing an outstanding job. The plays being brought in by the twins, Eric Stevens and Brian Stevens, the left guard position. Here we go, robust, double tight end. Magalai straight up the middle. The fullback as he does a little bit of nifty running as he hurdles the middle of the line. Jeff Morris taken down inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line. Nice power move.
That's when that robust will hurt you. You think you got it stopped. Maybe you're thinking outside with Magalai, and then you just give to the fullback. It's just dive right. Give the ball to Jeff Morris right there, and there he's upfield and big gainer and got the Farmers on the run.
Jumping in and catching him from behind is Andy Laporta. Laporta just taking a little bit of a ride as he goes an extra 5 yards on the back of Jeff Morris. Morris, powerful young man, 5'10", 200 pounds. There's a timeout on the field, gives us another opportunity to give you a few of the upcoming games right here on TCI of Colorado High School football. East versus George Washington, TCI of Colorado Channel 10. Check your local listings. That will be the one of the last games that we have for you. We also have that Montbello Manual game coming up.
Looking forward to that one.
Sam Pagano, Don Martin with you to call on each and every one of these contests.
Eddie Stevens is coaching them up in the huddle, and he's the offensive coordinator and the head coach. On the Lakewood huddle is Andy Bouchard, who is Andy Lowry's defensive coordinator, and they both played together at Western State, and Andy's trying to get them to take the fullback, stop the fullback. We got to stop the fullback, Jeff Morris. And that's what they're concerned about right now.
I'll tell you what, Eddie Stevens spends as much time in that huddle as at all possible. The whistle blows, and he's still walking off the field as their guys break the huddle. This time he gives it to the crossback. Coming on the other side, picking up a few extra yards is Richter. Pat Richter doing a little bit of everything tonight.
They're doing a nice job. You know what we haven't seen is we haven't seen a counter pass or the counter bootleg pass or anything like that. And here they go with Richter right here off tackle, just a hand sweep. This is the one that Wolf runs so well, and Pat Richter could pick his hole and get up in there.
And just in time to watch the fullback get stuffed right in the middle by the Lakewood defense.
Remember I said that's what they were going to have to stop. They probably went out there, let's pinch our defensive lineman. Let's key on the fullback. Let's tackle the fullback. He's the guy that's hurting us.
Morris runs right into Cedarburg. Chris Cedarburg, 5'11", 211-pound junior. Very intense players. He pounds right into the middle from his left tackle position. Third down and a long 3. Ball on the 20-yard line of Lakewood. Wheat Ridge with the football in a 22-8 lead. Whistles blowing, flags flying everywhere, illegal procedure. Bring that one back 5 yards and start over again. 3:23
like somebody
left
on the,
in the third.
excuse me, that looked like somebody on the left side of the line. One of those anxious linemen trying to get off right there. Look to the left. You'll see one of those yellow helmets move right there. And, hey, when they run block and you do it so much, boy, you can't wait to get off the line of scrimmage and go knock me a tag or somebody in an orange helmet and knock them backwards.
Magalai, the quarterback. Third down and a long 8 now as they move that one back 5 yards. 25-yard line. Magalai gives us a wide open running look at this as he's finally met headstrong by Wyrick, but nice run this time by Tom Wolf.
They didn't look like they were lined up right. They didn't have, the defensive end wasn't there. But as soon as they give it to the hand sweep, they give it to Wolf, and Tom Wolf just turns the corner, and I didn't see anyone come up the corner. Someone's getting, Richter's doing a nice job of blocking somewhere there, but that was too easy. They turned the corner too fast.
The safety, Wyrick, has to come up and make the big stop. First down and 10 ball all the way down to the 12-yard line now of the Tigers. The Farmers with the lead and the football. Morris has the ball this time. Runs right into the middle of that line. Runs into Ryan Earl.
Play is led by Walter Chavez.
The whole scheme of things now fitting well into the Wheat Ridge Farmers, into Wheat Ridge's way of playing football. Eddie Stevens loves to play this kind of ball. This is what he's made his living on.
Well, he's gone to the robust, and he's got tough kids that like to run it.
He has a 2nd and 8 now as they bring this one back. It's a pass down in the corner. Is his man out there? No, he overthrows him. Magalai to Magalai once again, but this time he overthrows his older and bigger brother.
Well, they had that one covered. The tight end come off the ball, and they watch it. You just fake right here to the foot, fake right there, step up, called pass right, and just overthrows him. And but he's behind the secondary.
And there is a flag on the field, and it's going to be called defensive holding. Lakewood continues to shoot themselves in the foot as the official puts that flag away. TCI of Colorado High School football action this evening out here at Reed Street Stadium. Don Martin and Sam Pagano with you on the call. And Sam, you stand on the Lakewood side of the field. What do you tell your team if you're Andy Lowry?
Well, you gotta beat him at the line of scrimmage when someone runs robust out you. It's a good offense, and you got to be physical. And I think Wheat Ridge might just be a little bit stronger, and they're knocking them off the line of scrimmage. And then they'll catch you with a little pass right, pass left, and but you got to beat him at the line of scrimmage and control it. And they can't do that.
And it's a 2nd down and 3 with the ball at the 5-yard line. They're looking for the pass again. He finds his man. In for the touchdown. Nice little dump-off pass to Pat Richter. Magalai to Richter for another score.
Well, what it looked like that time, they kept the tight end in and just send one of the backs out. Usually you send the tight end in the flat, a little bit deeper in the end zone and bring the first back out. But that time they hit Richter. Good athlete, good speed, makes a nice catch and gives them another score.
Now we have a 28-8 ball game. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left in this third quarter. Bring in the kicking unit for the Wheat Ridge Farmers. Farmer cheerleaders very excited. Magalai, no, we have Van Stavist in for the extra points. Ball down, it's up. It's going to kind of whittle around and fall through, and it's good. 29-8, 2-minute mark of this third quarter. Lakewood gets an opportunity now to try to get something going offensively.
Well, they're running out of time, with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. They got the speed, and They just got to get it cranked up and execute and don't hurt them. So let's look at this score right here. Maglai fakes. We watch Pratt Richter, number 32, goes right in the flat, and I don't see the other, the tight end. They're just sending one guy out right there, and that's the way I tell you what they decided to do, the defensive end might have been giving them trouble, so they want to keep the tight end and make it look like a run, and the secondary, watching the tight end, doing their reads, he's blocking, so the secondary thinks it's a run, and they slip the back out.
Leonard Armenta, the linebacker, almost got his hands on Zach Magalai. A nice block by Jeff Morris. Not only is running the ball well tonight, he put a nice block on to make sure his quarterback had enough time to get that football away. Magalai kicks this one away, back to receive. Wyrick as well as Evans. Evans comes up with it, and he slips down. He's going to be down at the 5-yard line. You talk about bad going bad and getting worse. That's exactly what's happening for Lakewood right now as Josh Evans loses his footing at the 5-yard line. Knees hit the ground. He is down. 1st and 10 now for Lakewood in a hole.
Well, things are not going good for him, and you got to have good field position to move the football. And Lakewood just keeps shooting themselves.
They continue to just self-destruct so far in the second half. Under 2 minutes left in the third quarter, 29-8. Burt's the quarterback, hands it straight up the middle, nowhere to go for Gomez. Picks up maybe 1 or 2 yards. Flag flies out late. The outside official throws it down. No, he did not. He picked that up.
I was wondering. I thought with the ball boys on the side.
Oh, they're playing with that
football.
They're
playing with the football.
It was timed well, wasn't it?
And I said, I'm still looking for that flag. And you saw that ball by
He throws it straight up in the air as the official walks by him. Gomez running into that middle of the line again. Too much defense in his face.
I thought I saw a football flag, not a flag.
Zach Bogue stops him on the inside from his defensive tackle position. Zach Bogue, also one of the captains on this team, a 4.0 grade point average.
There you go. Let's see what the quarterback does right here. Just hands the ball off, and Wheatridge just swarms to the football.
3rd down and a short 3 for the Tigers. Trying to dig themselves out of a hole. They're down at the 11-yard line, their own 11-yard line. He's back to pass this time. Burt looking out. Over the flat, finds his man. Open receiver, and he is hit. Hit high and hit hard. Coming up with the ball is Josh Evans, but doing the hitting was Rob Pence.
Pence, he'll play quarterback, he'll play free safety, and he'll hit you. And I tell you what, Eddie Stevens' team is very impressive tonight. And, we talked about they lost to Golden, and they lost to Eddie Kintz's team at Golden and Dave Logan at his team at Arvada West.
1st down and 10, ball at the 25-yard line of the Tigers. Here we go, straight flare pattern down the sideline. This could be intercepted. Oh, my goodness. He's going to get him for pass interference, but he was going for the football. Justin Gallimore knocks the ball up in the air, and they're going to call him for pass interference. We're going to have to find out. And they called it offensive pass interference. Gallimore did not get it called on him.
Watch Shane Burt right here. He's throwing the streak right there. He sets up, and let's take a look at it right there. They don't show any of the interference until they get there, but a little bit harder, he would have had a completion.
Jason Collins knocks that ball up in the air and almost comes down with it for Lakewood, and he gets called for the pass interference against Gallimore. All the calls right now are going against Lakewood. 12 seconds left in this third quarter, long third quarter to wrap it up here.
I'll tell you, Andy Lowry's pacing up and down, and it's a coach's nightmare, and things go wrong. And, you practice so well during the week. You got a big game. Your kids are intense, and he's pacing up and down and trying to get something to go their way.
They have the ball all the way back now at the 13-yard line. 2nd down and 23 for Lakewood. Back to pass. No, they give the quick draw play up the middle. This is the play that worked earlier. Wyrick runs out with it.
Wyrick, the ball carrier.
It's been very successful, again, for a team that doesn't drop back past that much. Of course, they just threw that long streak, so they were thinking pass, and they're going to be looking for that.
That's the end of the third quarter. The score, 29-8. 12 minutes left in this contest. When we come back, Lakewood has the football. What can they do? TCI of Colorado High School football.
High high school activities outside the classroom are extremely appealing to students, and they provide an essential tie to school. Yet as school budgets shrink, a few of these activities are lost, denying some young people an important first taste of achievement and self-worth. The Foundation for Colorado High School Student Activities makes sure there is ample opportunity for fulfillment outside the classroom. You can help our schools guide our children's futures by contributing. Call 344-5050 to show your support.
And welcome back to Reed Street Stadium. The final 12 minutes up on the clock as we start the fourth quarter. Lakewood trails 29-8 to the Wheat Ridge Farmers. Wheat Ridge doing an outstanding job both sides of the ball tonight. There's a nice shot of Andy Lowry, the coach of Lakewood, trying to get something going offensively. Runs the wing tee. Quarterback needs to start passing the football. Shane Burt rolls out to try to do just that. He runs into a Mondragon. Mondragon doesn't get him as he throws the football away. Mondragon definitely gets the assist on a stop on that, though.
They put good pressure on him. When you sprint out, you got to have those backs up in front of your faces, you know, getting you some blocks, but they don't get Mondragon blocked right there. That's the draw play right there. But here it goes to sprint out. Shane Burt right here sprinting out, and Mondragon just pulls him down, and he tries to get the ball off.
Had a little bit of two plays there for a second, but that's okay. We have cameramen all over the place. 11 minutes, 51 seconds left.
Just give me the plays. I'll describe them all.
Here goes the punt. 4th and 10. They're going to punt this one away. Oh, we shouldn't be allowed to have this much fun. Ball comes down. Got out for the ground. Wheat Ridge trying to do something. Another flag. We have a flag down here and a flag down here. Clipping on this end. We'll find out what's going on over here in a moment. The officials decorating the field right now. Jason Gallimore picks up that punt and tries bringing it back. Justin, an outstanding return man. They move, they clipped.
There's the catch. Does a nice job over the shoulder, makes the catch, looks it in, and let's see the clip right here. The helmet's in the back, and that's it. And a great hit by number 85 for the Lakewood Tigers.
Nathan Perry. But they're going to bring it back and do it all over again. It was all for naught. We had somebody on the Lakewood side of the ball jump a few seconds too early. Game's starting to drag out a little bit now. 29-8 is the score at the moment. Gallimore and Richter back to receive this punt. Shane Burt will be punting it away. This young man has a tremendous leg. Here goes some hang time. Burt going after it again. He calls off the ball, and it's going to touch the ground and be touched down this time by Lakewood. Lakewood doing a nice job on special teams. Gary Koval coming down. Really what the problem was Gallimore and Richter didn't figure out who was going to grab the football.
That's right. I tell you, this is what you want to be. When you're a robust coach, Eddie Stevens has got 11 minutes on the clock. You're up by a couple touchdowns. What you want to do now is just run the robust. 3 downs to make 10. You want to get big yardage on first down and take a lot of time off the clock. That's what the robust is made for right now.
Let's see what they can do. Rob Pence, the quarterback this time around, straight up the middle. And he's just rambling. He's going to go all the way, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Morris finally breaks one off. 67 yards on that breakaway for the touchdown. The crowd just blew us completely off the airs for a moment. But an outstanding job by Jeff Morris. 67 yards, Sam.
Well, you know, they're in robust. You're going to give to the fullback, and that's what they got to do. They got to stop it, and Lakewood just does it. They overrun it. We'll take a look at it a little later. But the pursuit just overruns it, and they don't do a very good job of getting to Jeff Morris.
So much for running out the clock on that play. 11 minutes left in this
Well, I thought
contest.
Lakewood played a little bit better defense.
Ball is up, and it is good. Perfect so far in the evening on the extra points. Unbelievable.
All right, let's take a look at Jeff Morris here. It's just an off-tackle play or a lead play, and watch the defense. They overrun it. Then he makes a little cut back right here. See, the defense doesn't keep leverage on the ball, and that's what you got to do. And Sean Bird overruns it, and Jeff Morris is off to the races and gives the Farmers another touch.
Yes, indeed. This one is almost academic. 36-8 is the score. We're just going to start running out some clock, find out what Lakewood can do. They're going to come out and find out what kind of passing game they have is what they're going to do.
I'm sure they'll be throwing the football.
Isaiah Magalai lines this one up. Wyrick and Evans back to receive this kick. I doubt it will go that far. He's going to put it all the way back there. Look at this, the cheerleaders. This is like the Air Force Academy. They're down here doing push-ups. 36 push-ups for the cheerleaders tonight. All the way down to the 5-yard line. Bring this one back. Wyrick with the football, and he's met hard. The ball's on the ground. Lakewood comes away with it. Wyrick met hard, and Lakewood comes away with it as they cover up the football down at the 18-yard line.
Well, both these teams will hit you, Don. Look at him. Watch him. You know, what happens is we gets around the wall, and they get right in here. And I think Maglai or Mondragon's the first guy.
Mondragon.
And then, I can't say, I think it was 37 made that hit, or I just couldn't see it. But, boy, I tell you, they'll hit you for both teams.
Kircher comes up with the field, or with the recovery on the fumble. Mondragon stuck his hand in there, knocked the football loose. The offense led by Shane Burt for Lakewood brings it out right now, runs it straight up the middle. Gomez trying to pick up a couple of yards, and that's about all he had was a couple of yards. Lakewood 10th in the state, trying to get something going offensively, and they have not been able to pull anything off offensively tonight.
Well, you think of all the, you know, the tradition in these two high schools, and how many years they've been playing one another. You know, if I mean, Lakewood with Tom Hancock years ago won a number of state championships, and Redcoats at Wheat Ridge.
Single back formation, will reverse to the inside, and there goes some speed as the flag comes flying out. Clint Wyrick picks up enough for the first down, but bring it back. We'll find out here in a moment. One of the farmers down for a moment, but he gets up. They can't afford to have Mondragon go down. And there's a nice shot of Ed Stevens doing a terrific job tonight. His whole team doing a terrific job tonight.
Just giving a little head massage and shaking it loose. And
oh, my goodness. Mark this one way back.
That little toe dance the referee just did right there?
Yeah, he did. It was a ballet move or some sort, but needless to say, it was a long penalty.
Get a lot for $38.50. These guys get paid, and does a little dance for us.
Last guy did the bird. I mean, this is pretty good.
You know, I think Lakewood's a pretty good football team. I know they're getting hammered pretty good tonight, 36-8, but they're a good football team, and I think they'll do better after this game.
Second time they go to that trips formation, and they give the ball back on the inside reverse. Wyrick stays on his feet. What outstanding balance and speed this young man has as he brings it out to the 39-yard line. It was second down and 18, and he gets it all the way out to the 39.
Clint Wyrick, he's a player, great speed. Watch him on a little inside reverse right here. Look at him hit the hole, and boy, he's up there, and his guys are in his way. Get out of my way. Gives a little cutback, uses blockers, and what a great little player, keeps his feet and takes him on.
Get out of my way. Pat
That's
Richter
what he
finally
wants those
takes him
linemen
down.
to get out of his way.
First down and 10, inside the 10-minute mark of the ball game. Don Martin Sampagana with you tonight on TCI of Colorado High School football action as Mike Gomez runs right into the middle of the line and is shoved right back to the 40-yard line. He'll pick up a couple on that carry.
I just think it's just so hard for them to catch up, and I know they have a type of offense that can do it because they have the speed, but they've had a combination of mistakes and the special teams, but they're a solid football team, Lakewood.
Second down and 8, ball at the 40-yard line of the Tigers. They have the football, and they trail by a large margin right now. High formation set, flags flying all over the place. They're going to call this one dead. Someone moved again. Bring this one back a few extra yards.
Penalty markers before the snap.
Those officials got to blow that whistle louder. That play should have never got off, and that's when someone could get hurt. And they tackled Wyrick, but not hard, but they got to all blow them loud and stop the play.
And they did stop the play, just not soon enough, as this ball is marked down to the 35-yard line. Second down and long, 13 for Lakewood. Shane Burt, the quarterback. Gomez, Wyrick, Evans, Koval, and Perry are his skill possession receivers. Burt back to pass, looking for somebody, rolls out to the left side. Defense all around, and he's not going to get enough for the first down as he is pulled down from behind. Mondragon in there again. Cole Mondragon having an outstanding game. 6'3", 190-pound senior.
They're trying to sprint out right here. Comes Shane Bird on a sprint out. Number 14 gets pretty good blocking. He's going to try to pull up and throw the ball, and there's big number 44. Mondragon's always there. You got to block that guy if you're going to sprint out. He's the guy that's not going to let you do it. But they got to get someone on him and block him a little bit better.
3rd and 8, ball just across the 40-yard line. Let's see what they can do with it this time. A little bit of reverse going on in the middle, and there are a lot of defenders in his base. First one was Bertinoli.
Bertinoli, Joe does a nice job, number 31. He was in the secondary. He had penetration. Watch him, number 31. And he's no one blocks him. They're trying to pull people on the backside, and he makes the play.
Wyrick had nowhere to go as Bertinoli meets him in that backfield. A 4th down and 10. Trips right. They've been running the reverse out of this position. He's back to pass. Looking down the field, goes, finds his man in the flat. No, he overthrows him. He had 2 men open out there. Shane Burton not able to deliver. Evans was out there. Koval was out there. No way, no chance of getting it to him.
Here's Shane Burton, the quarterback. They're in trips formation. He sprints, and then he just comes up and just lobs it over and can't get the ball in.
That was Koval, the intended receiver, and just beyond him was an open Josh Evans. Burt just couldn't get the ball to either one of them. 7 minutes left in this ball game out here at Reed Street Stadium. 36-8 the score. Don Martin San Pagano dragging on through this 4th quarter.
I tell you, they better swarm to the fullback this time, Jeff Morris, and get everybody tackling him, or he'll bust another one.
And he has the opportunity right now, straight up the middle. Morris picking up excellent yardage on the carry. Brings it all the way across the 35 down to the 32-yard line. He's had a full night tonight. I don't even know where to begin to look for a player of this game, so I'm just going to put it all off on your shoulders.
Okay, I'll take all that responsibility.
All right.
I think it's easy to pick somebody.
Well, it's going to have to be Jeff Morris. I just saw the yardage that he's picked up tonight as Zach Magalai keeps the football. And the way I'm reading this, 173 yards for Morris tonight.
I think he'd be an outstanding choice player of the game.
Nobody else even close to that.
There's Mondragon trying to, excuse me,
Magalai.
Magalai keeping the ball and getting to the outside.
Mondragon's name's been called so many times tonight that you get used to using it. Coachman takes down Magalai. Magalai hands it this time straight to the back. Right behind him was Wolf, and Wolf goes nowhere.
Well, the reason I was thinking of Mondragon, number 44, he's played extremely well, but, you know, Jeff Morris has just been outstanding and he's carried the ball, but both of them, we had an offensive player and a defensive player. That's the way I would go, but I would go with Jeff Morris. He's been the guy carrying the football, but then, of course, the offensive line, all of them have knocked people out.
There he is in the middle, 173 yards prior to this carry as he carries the ball over the right side. How did we know he was going to get the football?
So when you're in the robust, that's who carries the football most of the time.
And doing an outstanding job of carrying that football. 5:28 and counting. 36-8 the score. Wheat Ridge, definitely a team to be reckoned with. Ed Stevens says, you know, we're in a situation now that being in 5A in Jefferson County, we have to win the rest of our league games to get into the playoffs.
That's right.
And this is a nice start. As Magalai puts it on the ground, picks it back up, and he's going to make something positive happen. Magalai ran head up into Gary Koval, and Koval falls to the ground, and Magalai, the freshman, continues to churn. Not a big kid at all, 6 foot, 170 pounds, a freshman, but pretty strong. Here he goes. He's going to take the rollout as Sam continues to cough this one up. Magalai runs right into Koval. And then a host of guys have to take him down. Are you all right?
I'm going to get well one of these days. I tell you, this cold has gone on for 2 weeks.
4th down and 3 is what they have it marked right now. Give it to the big man. Jeff Morris carries the football. He's not going to have enough for the first down. So they're going to rotate the defense on in. Let Lakewood have another stab at this.
Here you go. Here's little Maglite giving it to number 35, Jeff Morris, the workhorse, and he's a little tired now. I think he just wanted to lay down and let the defense play the next 4 minutes.
Well, he has 176 yards. I'd be tired, too.
How many carries do you have?
How many carries does he have? 23 carries. Outstanding stats people sitting next to me. Alan Pierce out here making things happen. Here we go, straight up the middle that time with Gomez. Gomez getting the front end of the game here tonight for Lakewood as they just keep handing it to the big fullback, hoping he can pick something up. Band dancing away. Wheat Ridge, everybody partying already, but it's only Thursday.
It's only Thursday. You got classes tomorrow morning, 7:30. You got to be there. Athletes, especially the athletes, you got to be there. Remember, we play on Thursday night. You got to have all those athletes in class the next morning.
2nd down and 7. Gomez has it again. He's churning across the 20 down to the 24-yard line.
When you win on a Thursday night, you got the next day of school, which is just outstanding, you know.
Do you practice on Friday?
Well, what you do is you bring them in and you watch the films, the tape, after school. And what we would do is we'd go out and stretch and stride 10 hundreds and get them to loosen up and check injuries. And then, of course, go scout someone on Friday and Saturday, and you get a jump on, you know, for the next week. Nothing's wrong with a Thursday night ball game if you win.
If you win. I like the way you put that. If you lose, do you practice?
Yes, you do.
High formation set. Wyrick with the football gets it out to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 1 on that carry.
Or some coaches will lift weights, you know, and check the injuries and things like that. I think you've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm going to go downstairs, Don Martin, and talk to our player of the game, which is Jeff Morris, the big fullback, number 35 for the Wheat Ridge Farmers. 26
carries tonight, 176 yards. Nice little ball game tonight for Mr. Morris. He'll be tired tomorrow. You talk about hitting the hot tub and whirlpools and everything else. He'll be doing it tomorrow. Coming up on the 2-minute mark as Sam begins to take off his equipment and head on downstairs as this ball is handed off to Gomez. Gomez tries going into the middle on a 4th and 1. Do the Farmers hold here? Be an apropos way of finishing this ball game. They're going to have to measure this one. No, they're going to move the sticks. Said he had enough for the first down. The Lakewood Tigers continuing to roll, trying to get something going offensively. They have 8 points on the board tonight, coming up on the 2-minute mark. Unfortunately for them, Wheat Ridge has 36 points on the other side of the scoreboard. 1st down and 10. Burton remains in at quarterback. Straight back to pass. Goes over the middle, finds his man this time. Breaks it out across the 45 down to the 46-yard line. Josh Evans comes up with the reception. They're going to mark it back at the 45. Nice little hitch pattern. Just boom, quick shot. Minute 45 left in the game. Walter Chavez in now at quarterback. Chavez comes in. He's 6'2", 175-pound senior, the new quarterback for the Tigers. He's back to pass once again. Quick pattern once again. This time the ball falls short. And while they line this one up, we'll take a quick timeout right here on TCI Colorado High School football action at Reed Street Stadium.
It's been said that nowhere is our future more evident than in the games our children play. As important as academics are, some lessons take on even more importance when they're learned on the playing field. Lessons like respect, responsibility, citizenship, fair play. Remember, the next time you attend a high school sporting event, you're really inside a classroom where good sports receive the highest grades. A message from the Colorado High School Activities Association.
And we're back once again. Reed Street Stadium, Don Martin Sampagano with you on the call. Minute 7 seconds left in the game. 36-8 the score. TCI of Colorado High School football action at its best. Wheat Ridge, they're going to go home victorious tonight. They've played a magnificent ball game. It's one of those league battles. This is a situation every year that comes into play for Wheat Ridge where they run up against one of their rivals. And Lakewood, you couldn't have a bigger rival if you were a farmer. And the Tigers, definitely a very impressive, fast football team. But the breaks tonight did not go in their direction. The penalties did not go in their direction as far as not being called. They had quite a few called on them tonight. Things just kind of self-destructed for Andy Lowry's team. They'll move to 5-2 on the season, 3-1 in the league. Wheat Ridge, on the other hand, will also be 5-2 overall, and they'll be 3-1 in the league. So it's a nice situation for Ed Stevens and his Farmers. It's a learning situation for the Tigers. Neither team, though, hurt that bad from this. If you're Lakewood, you're not hurt that bad from this loss. If you're Wheat Ridge, you needed the win, as Eddie Stevens told us earlier before tonight's contest. Wheat Ridge bounces in and stops them on a 4th down and 9. They get the football back. Look at these people. Kids all excited out here as their team goes home victorious tonight. Farmers football tradition definitely reigning high and strong out here at Reed Street Stadium. Everything coming together for Ed Stevens and his team tonight. 30 seconds up on the clock. Momentarily, Sam Pagano will be down on the field with the player of the game. Jeff Morris, 26 carries, 176 yards for the 5'10", 200-pound senior fullback. Combination of good speed and power. We saw it all tonight. 27 seconds left in the game. Officials stop the clock. There's a timeout on the field as they bring the defensive coordinator out for Lakewood. Big Ed Stevens rumbles on out there to talk to his offensive huddle. Tells him exactly what he wants them to do. Just going to say, hang on to the football, put your knee to the ground. Let's get this one over with and get out of here without any injuries. It was a nice executed ball game and executed game plan tonight for the Farmers. Everything seemed to come together well. Very vocal crowd out here. The cheerleaders doing a great job keeping the crowd into it. Band as well. Once again, it is a Thursday night, so it's a tough night to get a lot of people out to a football game. Jefferson County, however, they love their football. All these players get to go home and sit in the bathtub for a little bit and get up and go to class in the morning. 1st and 10, ball on the 44-yard line. They're going to put the ball down on a knee and let this one run on out. 22 seconds left. Probably will not see another play in this ball game as the clock winds on down. 12 seconds and counting. The final will be 36-8. Wheat Ridge goes home victorious tonight. In their blue uniforms, they were the home team, and there you go. The gun goes off, and that's going to do it. 4 zeros across the top of that clock. Don Martin Sampagano will be back with you after this with the player of the game, that being Jeff Morris on TCI of Colorado High School football.
HBO boxing. So raw, so intense, so close, it hurts. The Duke defends the heavyweight title he won in his battle with George Foreman. Tommy Morrison against challenger Michael Bent. Plus, super middleweight champ James Lights Out Tony takes on #1 ranked contender Darren Van Horn. Morrison versus Bent, Tony versus Van Horn. Live Friday, October 29th, only on HBO Boxing. So close, it hurts.
Whoa, did you see that? Nothing but nets. Hey, change the channel. Let's check out the golf. No, the bowling. Bowling? That's not a sport. It sure isn't the way you bowl. Hey, okay, bowling. What channel? Oh, hang on, I'll flip through. Hey, slow down. You'll miss something good. Yeah, I know. But isn't all this great? I remember what TV used to be like on a weeknight. Yeah, but now we've got cable. So you know there's some good sports on. Look, stop here. You can catch all the scores in this show.
High school activities outside the classroom are extremely appealing to students, and they provide an essential tie to school. Yet as school budgets shrink, a few of these activities are lost, denying some young people an important first taste of achievement and self-worth. The Foundation for Colorado High School Student Activities makes sure there is ample opportunity for fulfillment outside the classroom. You can help our schools guide our children's futures by contributing. Call 344-5050 to show your support.
TCI Education Project, a new architecture for learning that's taking education into tomorrow.
And welcome back once again. The final score out here at Reed Street Stadium, 36-8. Wheat Ridge, they take control. Let's watch a touchdown right now by Jeff Morris, the fullback for Wheat Ridge, the player of the game tonight on TCI of Colorado High School football. He takes the ball from Pence. He rambles 67 yards when this one is finished as the defense just overruns the football, and this young man reaches for pay dirt once again, does a magnificent job tonight. 26 rushes, 176 yards, 67 of them on that play right now. Here he is with our very own Sam Pagano, the player of the game, Jeff Morris. Sam?
I got Jeff Morris with me here, the player of the game. He rushed for 176 yards, 1 touchdown. Jeff, you did a great job tonight, but also let's credit those big hogs up front, how they blocked for you to run in that fullback offense.
Yeah, they're just out there knocking people down. All I do is carry the ball, and it's pretty much just how our offense works.
Well, you do a nice job of carrying the football.
Thank you.
All right, let's kick it back up to you, Don.
Thank you very much, Sam. A very outspoken Jeff Morris, the player of the game tonight. 26 carries, 176 yards. The final, once again, 36-8. When we return, Sam and I will wrap this one up from Reed Street Stadium on TCI of Colorado High School football.
You know you can pour a lot of money into advertising, trying to reach your potential customers. But if you think the results aren't adding up fast enough, add cable TV advertising to your plan. Cable's variety of programs let you target your best prospects right in your area. And cable is affordable, so you can afford to run more ads. Cable TV advertising. It works.
Call Denver Cable Advertising today.
On the street, you don't get another quarter.
The final once again out here at Reed Street Stadium, 36-8. The Wheat Ridge Farmers, everything they tried to do tonight, they did, and they did it in fine fashion as they take things to the Tigers and go home victorious on a beautiful Thursday evening. The rain begins to fall. Sam, wrap this one up for us.
Well, Wheat Ridge had too much offense. Jeff Morris at fullback just did a nice job of carrying the ball. He rushed for 176 yards. And then the Farmers played great on defense. And Eddie Stevens just did a super job on both sides of the ball. And, of course, their special teams when they ran the opening kickoff back. And the Farmers did a great job tonight defeating the Tigers.
And that's going to do it for us out here at Reed Street Stadium. The final once again, 36-8. Wheat Ridge comes out victorious. For our producer, Elizabeth, our director, Jan, Sam, my partner, all of the cameramen, and all the people in the truck, I'm Don Martin. See you next week on TCI of Colorado High School football.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Steve Saunders in the Channel 2 newsroom. A cold and